As quantum thinkers, we consciously practice being in the right question. A question is a context. It's an energetic waveform. It's another form of intent. A question activates a direction. A question reveals information and wisdom, evoking it from the quantum field. So here and now, we want to get crystal clarity. The clearer you are, the more likely you will attract circumstances, people, accomplishments that are in alignment with your purpose. We contemplate 7 questions that bring such clarity. Your clarity accelerates mastery. When you have such clarity, then mastering your purpose becomes natural. You don't have to work so hard at it. You don't have to work hard to figure it out. So the idea as I'm speaking these questions is to dwell in them. Continue to observe what arises in you as I speak them. I've been doing this myself, and it's amazing what unfolds. A new level of clarity reveals itself again and again in new ways. And you also encounter serendipity. In fact, you allow for serendipity. Serendipity, I love that word. Those seemingly chance events of good fortune that we know are truly quantum occurrences. And that is, what's a quantum occurrence? It bubbles up from the quantum state in alignment with your soul's intent. So we begin with the big questions, the important questions that get to the heart of what you really and truly desire. Then we continue on and ask the more local questions to make the clarity practical in action. To live the wisdom of the clarity is to do it in action. The best way to be with these questions now as I speak them is simply to stay focused with open awareness. These questions are for reflection, for contemplation. Your quantum mind is the activator and the connector. Allow the clarity to be revealed to you. So let's take a few luscious conscious breaths, breathe in that prana, and connect to our meditative faculty. So good. Question number 1. What is the most pressing question you have about life? Now, this is something large, grand, because it relates to the fact of life itself. A pressing question is something you feel deeply. You wonder about it. It can be about morality. It could be about how things work in the universe of stars and galaxies. It can be a question you have about achieving happiness, satisfaction, and joy. As an example, my own pressing questions has always been, how do we create what we really want? How do we live the wisdom of creating life as superlative as we truly desire and know it can be? That's been my pressing question. And the main point is that the pressing question you're in is likely a very big clue that will give you a brilliant streak of light, because we know everything is interconnected. Question number 2. What are you passionate about? How do you know what you're passionate about? Well, that's easy. Because when you start speaking about it, you get more intensity, you get more excited. You're actually on a high, a natural high of peak energy. So again, to offer you an example, my passion is that every single person on this planet should have a great life and be able to create that for themselves, mastering the laws of creation. So what's your passion? Are you using it? I want to distinguish something very interesting about passion that I discovered. In this world, on our planet Earth, we've been given the gifts that we call natural resources. Consider that within each of us, there are also natural resources. One of the highly treasured natural resources we have is passion. Think about it. Passion, a natural resource. Our most precious resource for creating the future. And sometimes our most precious resources, we know, can be mismanaged if not squandered. So we can ask, how are we using our personal resources? Talent, time, relationships, money, these are the obvious resources. Not so obvious is this one invaluable resource that actually drives all the others. Passion. Without passion, life can seem dry. Passion is the activating force that brings clarity, focus, fortitude, and connects you inextricably to purpose. When you live the daily experience of the unique passion that is yours and yours alone, life force thrives. This precious resource, passion, belongs to all of us. Everyone wants to live their passion. And it's not necessarily changing what you're doing now. It can simply mean becoming passionate about whatever you're doing, what you're already doing. When you identify your experience of passion, your passion, that passion can be generated in everything you do. And this is something you create consciously. And it makes whatever you're doing new again. It's a renewal. The important point is identifying what you're passionate about. That's another big clue, a vital ingredient. You put your passion into action. Question number 3. What is the one big thing you would love to accomplish in this lifetime? Naturally, there are many areas of life where we each want to accomplish things. Since you know me by now, you can imagine the one big thing I would love to accomplish, and I'm working on it, is I want to create a quantum thinking world and all that means. And that relates to my passion for every person to have a fabulous life. So what is the one big thing you would like to accomplish in this lifetime? Usually it's related to the most pressing question you have about life. It's like your own personal answer to it. And here's a clue, you dream it. What do you find yourself daydreaming about doing? It might be an accomplishment related to family. It could be an accomplishment related to a technological, a scientific, emotional achievement. It could be something for the world of humanity at large, or for Earth's resources, or Earth's creatures. When you look in the condition of the world today, where do you see you would like to make the biggest difference? Given the gifts, talents, and passions you have that are unique to you, where do you see you can make the biggest difference? Question number 4. When you are in the experience of a natural high in your work, what are you actually doing? Specifically, we always ask our clients this. What do you love doing? It's probably something you're really good at. What are your greatest talents? You know what they are. So here's another clue to this. What is most easy for you? So easy that it just seems like not much. You don't even possibly consider it. You don't consider it something great because it's so easy for you. Yet when others see you, they say, wow. So when you're doing this activity, and it's most likely something you do quite naturally as a part of your practical, everyday way of life. When you're doing this, you're feeling a natural high. Here's a clue for this question. Feel it. What are you doing when you feel the happiest, the most excited? The moment becomes timeless, beyond time. A natural high is the feeling of being turned on. What does it mean to be turned on anyway? We experience our power, our verve, our joie de vivre, the joy of life. We experience our highest self. We feel alive. So ask yourself, what turns you on? What are you actually doing when you feel the most inspired, the most passionate, or the most excited? All these feelings are literally turned on when you are doing what you love most. Question number 5. What do you imagine you're being trained for as it relates to delivering on your purpose? Now, when I say trained for, I'm speaking of infinite intelligence training you, source creator training you, the universe training you. The experiences, circumstances, jobs, challenges, situations that you have encountered throughout your life, these are the training grounds. And we know it's always the both and involved here of destiny and free will. We're collaborating with infinite intelligence, and infinite intelligence is collaborating with each one of us. Therefore, the experiences that have been brought your way, these experiences are not just random, even though it may seem like they are at times. I've always been curious about the most cutting-edge ideas and methodologies, and especially those that relate to raising consciousness and the metaphysical. The resonant field of my interest in the future and cutting-edge ideas attract those things, those knowledge streams toward me all the time. I actually don't have to work at it at all. It just comes to me. I may click accidentally on the internet and all of a sudden it'll be something that I'm crazily interested in. These are the experiences that prepared me to create Quantum Think. So if you examine this for yourself, you too will see what magnetically comes your way. The magic of the quantum world is that synchronicities, quantum occurrences, serendipities are a way of life. The question is, when you reflect on the experiences you have had in your life, what have they been training you for? And the answer surely brings increasing clarity to you. Question number 6. How do you want to express your purpose now and as you go forward? And this is the big question for all of us now. We're in the energetic time of restructuring, of expressing ourselves in a new way, of a new reality literally emerging in our time. We're part of a changing world. We're part of a shifting consciousness. And it's a time to be in action. We all know that having a vision and having goals are important. And we also realize that even the grandest vision is in many ways useless unless we can put that vision into action. Here is another clue for you. Notice what is showing up in your life. What opportunities do you notice coming your way now? What opportunities do you know you need to step into now? What do you want to take action toward? This question number 6. How do you want to express your purpose now and going forward? This question is also related to how you want to relate to yourself going forward. In this realm of conscious creation, do you know you can create this? In fact, it is indeed wise to decide how you want to relate to yourself going forward, because this is what you hold in your vibrational field. What we vibrate, we attract. You want to relate to yourself as confident, as savvy in business, in marketing, in finances. Do you want to relate to yourself as the best in your industry, whatever your profession? Do you want to think of yourself as beautiful or handsome or wealthy, healthy, and wise, as enlightened, peaceful, contented? Or how about all of the above? How we relate to ourselves is a context we choose to live from. Context, remember, is not circumstantially based. It is a point of view. Context is a perspective we choose for ourselves. When you shift your perspective, your circumstances tend to follow that new trajectory. This is what we've been creating. How do you want others to relate to you? How you relate to yourself is a key influencer of how others relate to you. Isn't that fun? Clarity is on the horizon. Question number 7. What would it look like for your lifestyle to match your passion? Lifestyle, generally speaking, is what you do and how you live every day. How you are spending your time, how you are using your money, who you are spending your time with, where you are living, your physical surroundings, what you value. All of this reflects your lifestyle. It's time to have our lifestyle sync with what we really want. It's time to match our passion with our actions. It's time to match our lifestyle with our purpose. And this is great. What we really want always turns out to be our way of being in service to others. So it all works out perfectly. When you take care of yourself, it serves the people around you and the world at large. Your lifestyle is the foundation for your passion expressed. What would it look like for your lifestyle to match your passion? Make this specific for yourself. You don't really need a big clue to this, because all you need to do is look at what's present in your life now. If your lifestyle and passion and purpose are not quite matching up, syncing up the way that you would like them to, then just taking a moment to see this alone gives you tremendous clarity. And now that you see it, you can make different choices in how you want to live. You can live the way you want to live, choosing it consciously. And it doesn't have to happen overnight. This is very important. One of the things that my husband Alan and I noticed about our lifestyle recently is that for what we want to create going forward, it would be beneficial to have more space, physical space, a larger home and workspace. We work at home. And it's something that we're now considering, now that we've seen it. We're looking at properties, we're thinking it through, and we know we don't have to do it immediately. Yet, this small step of awareness was a big revelation for us. Had we not thought about this question, had we not realized that our lifestyle wasn't quite matching our passion and purpose, we wouldn't even be addressing it, especially since we do love where we live now. So, what would it look like to have your lifestyle match your passion? It's an important question because your lifestyle is a foundational support. You want to build a lifestyle that supports you in expressing your passion, in living your purpose. You and I are part of this shift, this great evolutionary shift of this moment. We're here to unfold our purpose throughout this lifetime. This question, how would it look to have your lifestyle and passion in sync, is key to true success. Success as an evolving human being. I trust you will enjoy pondering these 7 questions that bring clarity. May your clarity come rapidly and with ease and grace.